Dirty Sports Podcast. I said, welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy Ruther and Joe Prano. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Port Hueneme, California, Joey No Chill Prano.
Hello, Andy.
Good morning.
Morning. How's Yoshi?
He's good. Still, he's still Yoshi.
Just Yoshiing around. You dropped him off at the airport this morning?
Yeah, it's funny seeing Yoshi around kids. Like that's a whole thing, man. It's wild to me. Like I never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah.
Right? Just like seeing him interact with Isla is pretty funny. And she loves him.
Who do you think's a better driver?
Oh, that's a good question. She loves Yoshi.
That's amazing.
Like she's obsessed with Mr. Yoshi.
Mr. Yoshi.
You know, she got to do the Mr. So
the Nintendo character. Mr. Yoshi. Beep, 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 beep.
I mean, here do I have I'll pull it up. I got I'm sure I have a picture. Where is it? Watch this. Look at this. This is drop off. Yoshi went with to daycare with me this morning. To drop the kids off. Here's Yoshi.
You and Yoshi should have just done podcast today. That's incredible.
Yoshi hugging Isla with Molly there.
Amazing.
Oh, kids are weird. Like you never know if they're going to take to somebody. She like loved them. Wouldn't stop showing off. Was like bummed. She maybe saw him for an hour last night before the football game. And was just bummed. Okay.
See, proof that your racism isn't genetic, Andy. She's unburdened by that so far in her life. She just loves everybody. Mr. Yoshi, he's yellow. I like him.
Yeah, she was really showing off for him last night. It was pretty funny. And just seeing him again, like Yoshi interact with kids is especially like the baby, like when he was like doing peekaboo. he's just so fascinating because like Justin would text me. He's like, "What was the game like with Yoshi?" And I'm like, he's fun to go to sports events with. Not that I don't know if I've ever done that because he's very into the whole scene, right? Yeah. The atmosphere, the fans of both teams. But I said, he's your classic Asian. The amount of photos and videos he took, like, and it's not the annoying like I want to post this on Instagram. It's like
for him,
yeah. It's just like, dude, okay, like we're walking in, like what are you even videoing now? Like I don't even understand what you're
videoing and walking in,
taking videos and pictures of.
I got a new theory, the Yoshi curse. The Yoshi curse is where you get a great game.
Oh, it was a great game, man.
Sadly, I didn't get to watch most of it at all because
he's attended. It's funny you say that. He started going over games he's been to. He was in Buffalo. Remember the windy game where the Patriots just ran the ball and I don't think passed maybe once a few years ago and they won?
Yeah.
He was at that game. I go like, what are the odds that you go to that game? And then he was naming other games. He's like, oh, this game when I saw the Chargers play in San Diego. I'm like, you were at all these games? Just like great things happen?
Yeah. It's a Yoshi curse. He's like, I was at the helmet catch. He was like, I saw the Joe Montana drive. People don't know this. Joe Montana in the huddle during TV timeout was like, hey guys, that's Yoshi. And the team was like, what? Like, he opens for Russell Peters. He was like, I was at the helmet catch. People don't know this. Joe Montana in the huddle during TV timeout was like, hey guys, that's Yoshi. And the team was like, what? He opens for Russell Peters. He was like, I was at the helmet catch. And the team was like, what? Like, he opens for Russell Peters.
Yoshi's he's funny because like he's like what did he say? I think he forgets like my age sometimes. I think Yoshi's 56. He was talking about like, we're like driving through and like you see something for the Reds and he's like, "Oh, the big red machine." He's like, "Remember Pete Rose?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, but like that was mostly like at the end. I remember as a kid, player manager I was like, "Yoshi, like I'm 43, man. Like big red machine all before I was born." Like, I didn't see any of that, but he's seen a lot more than I thought. Like I was asking him, oh, another one, dude. He was at the Bucks Jets game when Antonio Brown, his last game ever.
I remember that. I remember Yoshi being there.
He's like, oh, I thought a crazy person ran onto the field. I was there. I was like, what are the odds of you being at all these games? And then it was funny. I told him, I was like, Prano and I were at the game DeMar Hamlin died, and he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, what? Guy on the Bills, his heart stopped. They had to literally do chest compressions. He's like, I kind of remember that. I go, how do you not remember that?
Wait, what? That means all that means is that Yoshi was like in a hyperbaric chamber for like 3 weeks surrounding that event. And just like he must have come out of a lab and then like the shit had settled down. And so he's only seeing inklings of it. Because there's no way you miss that if you have a phone during that game.
For sure.
Like, I'm not saying a sports fan. Like, my wife knows about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yoshi was in a hyperbaric chamber.
Well, he does still do that. Like I had to remind him about it, and I'm like, because then he started talking to Brittany. He's like, because she wanted to talk to him. She's like, as a pharmacist, like, what drugs have they given you? And the funny part was,
he unrolled like a CVS receipt that had just like 700 drugs listed on it. He's like, do you want this alphabetically?
He didn't really know. And then he's like, well, they don't really tell us. And she's like, well, like, look, man, like, what's the last study you did? He's like, I was in Arizona and they paid me $19,000 for whatever the period of time it was, a month. And it was to look at kidney cancer. And she's just like, look, man, they're pumping you with some stuff. Like they're looking for drugs to cure certain cancers.
I'll bet anything. And Yoshi is, so he's 56. He's 10 years older than me. I'll bet anything that Yoshi outlives me.
Oh, he will.
And everybody was like, you don't know what you're putting in your body.
Dude, he's an animal. I said, Yoshi, what do you want? Like, is there anything you want in particular? And he said Coca-Cola and Red Bull. And I'm like, oh, those are awful. Dude, he wakes up. We got like a just, nothing much because he was literally here 36 hours. It was that short. Brittany bought him a 4-pack of Red Bull and just a 6-pack of Coke cans. I think they're all gone. 36 hours. Like, it's not just the medical experience. I'm like, what you're putting in your body is just like, that's, how awful that shit is to just like casually drink it.
Again, he's going to be fine. You know what I mean? Smoking
Asian,
fucking Marlboro Reds underhand.
Yeah.
Just going. Meanwhile, I'm out here being like vegetarian during the week and swimming. I'll be dead 10 years before Yoshi.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Net 20 with the age difference.
What he said, you have to make sure you talk about this on the show. The two things that he kept saying yesterday before the game and then during the game: Battle of the Old Bastards, playing off Game of Thrones, Battle of the Bastards with Flacco and Aaron Rodgers. And then he's like, you let Joe know that the game was so crazy back and forth. My eyes were so wide open, I look like a white person.
I didn't get to watch the game, but I made a bet on the game. This is great. Yesterday, I'm like, I probably won't get to watch because I'm working. I was like, I want to get a little action on this game, but you guys were so confident in the Bengals, and I actually thought the Steelers would win and cover. Not that we do Thursday bets anymore.
Well, real quick, yeah. So me, you, and Justin were texting, and Justin and I were confident. We were like, the Bengals are going to win this game.
And I tried to get you guys to bet me, and you guys weren't that confident.
We weren't that confident. I was like, I think they win.
And then I was like, all right, you know what? Like, I'm going to stay away from fucking the game line entirely. And I just counted on Jamar Chase, big game. So I went a fat bet on his over 6 receptions. He had 16.
Club record for a game.
He had 16. It was, I don't know when it was over, but I checked in like halftime and it was over.
So here's the thing. Flacco, you know this, a guy like Flacco, if you give him time, and the line actually played great last night. If you give him time, and they can't, dude, I got a lot to say about the Steelers defense. Well, both teams' defenses are terrible, but the Steelers defense is bad. It's bad. Like, they could not stop Jalen Ramsey. He's washed. Like, I know he's only 30, but I guess in cornerback years, that might be considered pretty old, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he just could not stop Jamar Chase. And then he'd either catch it or pass interference. And then they took him off. And then he got smoked a few times by T. Higgins as well. It's just, here was my thing. You know, you watching the game, it's like I kept saying, give it to him every single time. Flacco was looking at him every single time. I even said in the second quarter, I said, I was pretty close. I said, he's going to finish with 17 catches. And Yoshi's like, 17? I go, dude, I'm telling you, they're going to just keep feeding him the ball. And he was close. Obviously, he had 16. But like the Steelers D, neither team. I think at one point the Bengals scored points on 6 or 7 straight drives. Now, look, do I think either team could do anything? No. But I want to say this, but
that's you know, the thing with both these teams and the Ravens and the Browns is like no one seemingly wants to win this division at all, but whoever wins it, it's all she wrote. They'll get a home game, but
like I still think the Bengals finish 7-10, and I know all the Bengals fans are like, oh, you know, they have the Jets next week. I'm like, yeah, they'll get a 4-4. I was like, and then the stretch gets tough. Again, I was like, look, Aaron Rodgers though. I don't know what to make of it because it's the Bengals D. He looked really good. Now, the 2 picks, one was on him. One was just a great defensive play where the guy took the ball away from Metcalf. But, like, I mean, Joe, the way he's moving in the pocket and his passes, I don't know if you saw the final play. They had the ball at the 40 for a Hail Mary. And I said, when he drops,
yeah.
He got 70 yards.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just thought me and Yoshi were both amazed. I've never seen Rodgers live. We were both amazed. We were saying how he delivers the ball. It's like a thing of beauty. And then we were debating, like, who delivers the ball, like, during the game. We were like, who's throwing a better ball in our lifetime? And I said, aesthetically, I don't think anybody. I was like,
no. Yeah.
Right? Like, we were talking about Manning. We're talking about Brady. We're talking about Holmes. But I go, just the way he does it.
Steve Young and Montana back in the day threw pretty stellar balls. In fact, I'd probably go, you know, maybe Steve Young won, but Rodgers right up there.
I mean, it just, he makes it, we were saying it's just so effortless. And conversely,
you know who else threw a remarkably, and maybe it's a lefty thing, Mike Vick. I mean,
he did throw a nice ball. Vic did throw a nice ball. But like, but Flacco, man, too, like, you give him time, he was throwing some dimes too. And from, again, like just a watching, it was fun because it was like Bengals go up 10-0. You're like, is this going to be a blowout? And they had a touchdown, the Steelers. It was called back. They ended up settling for a field goal because they held, which would have put up 14-0 hole.
Well, the Steelers went up, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Did I say that? Sorry. Steelers went up 10-0. It was almost 14-0, but it was 10-0 because of the hold. And then the Bengals basically stormed back for 20 points. And then after that, it was back and forth. And I literally said in my section, I said when Rodgers, when they scored to go up by a point with like 2:26 or something, I said to the like lunatic Bengals fan next to me, I said, too much time. I said the Steelers D sucks. The Bengals are gonna come down and score. And sure enough, like I don't know. I mean, look, I had never been to a Thursday night game actually at all in the NFL. It's a different experience. And normally the games suck, but like last night was obviously,
probably maybe the best Thursday night game ever.
Well, that's what me and Yoshi were talking about today. And he was bringing up, I guess he was on like a deep dive on his phone last night when we got back. And he's like, reports are saying this could arguably be the best Thursday game ever.
Yeah.
Because
they're just always sloppy and low scoring.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You know what? The over-under was 43.5.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I
said it. I said low scoring. And I thought the Steelers would cover because I didn't think anybody was going to. I thought it was going to be sloppy, low scoring. I was like 2013.
Yeah.
What was the over under? 43?
43.5.
Wow. It's wild that that's what I said when we were texting about it. I had no idea that was the line.
Yeah. I mean, look, look, here's my thing.
So me and Vegas don't know what we're talking about, at least on this one.
Again, it's fun to watch two old guys throw 7 touchdown passes. Like for me,
they're old quarterbacks, Andy. They're not old guys.
Yeah, old QBs.
Yeah.
So
very middle-aged guys.
But again, neither D. I know the sentiment here, and you feel it in the stadium. It's like, here comes a run, and I'm like, I just roll my eyes. Like my buddy was talking shit to me. My buddy who I bet $100 on the Bengals not winning the division was sending me all this shit last night, and I just responded this morning. Cool, let's up it to 300. No response.
Well, they're what? They're 3-4 now.
3-4, 2-0 in the division,
and the Steelers are
4-2.
So they're still, we're game back.
You're gonna think I'm crazy. I still think the Ravens win this division.
That's insane.
No, I'm telling you, I think they go on a run. They've had a lot. They've had a lot of tough games already. The Steelers are about to hit a lot of tough games. I think the Ravens reel off. I think they get people healthy. They reel off 6 or 7 in a row. And they win the division at like 9-8 or 10-7. Joe, the Steelers and the Bengals cannot stop anyone.
I don't know if you've been watching the Ravens so far.
I have. I've watched every Ravens game.
The Ravens are not stopping people either.
I agree. I think they're gonna get it together better, though. I think they're gonna get it together.
I mean, listen, I wasn't on the Steelers from the start of the season, and there's a little bit of no one thinks that Aaron Rodgers isn't a great quarterback, and that's still in there. But I wasn't on them because I didn't think it would last, and now I'm like, it's already lasted longer than I thought it would. But like, okay, they lose a Thursday night game to a division opponent. If Aaron Rodgers continues to look like he looks, I still like the Steelers, but that goes against what I thought the whole time, which is he hits a wall in the middle of the season. He's 41 years old or whatever. He's 40 years old, and he is, unlike Joe Flacco, he needs the mobility. The mobility, the sliding around in the pocket is a big part of his game. So I still think it's the Steelers division unless, he hits a wall, which is very likely.
Okay, well, let's just look. I just pull it up. I mean, this is a gauntlet. Let's look at their next 6 games. Home against the Packers, home against the Colts, at the Chargers, home against the Bengals, at the Bears, home against the Bills. I'm just saying, like, for the Steelers, they can't, I'm telling you, they cannot. I've watched every one of their games this year. Yeah, the D looked great against the Browns last week. They could not stop Flacco. They could not stop the worst rushing offense entering this week in the NFL, the Bengals. Their defense, both defenses were atrocious last night. Now, from a viewing standpoint, it was amazing to watch.
Do you want to know what the odds are for the division?
Yeah, let's hear it.
+130. +25 for Pittsburgh, +130 for the Ravens, +550 for the Bengals,
Wow.
plus 2,500 for the Browns.
So the Vegas agrees with me on the Ravens. They got them right there. Why? We were talking about this last night during the game and just laughing. Why did he choose to go to the Jets? Why would you do that? Is it ego that these guys think they can change a franchise?
I think it's a lot of things in that for that particular decision. I think he, thinks that wherever he went, they were going to be fine. I think he thought they had talented receivers. I think he thought they had a good defense. I think he was a little bit trying to do the Tom Brady. I think he was going, who is a QB away? That's what Tom Brady so intelligently did with Tampa Bay. He looked around and he's like, who's competing here? Who's 7-9 and a QB away? And if you look at those Jets seasons leading up, they weren't winning 2 games and 1 game and whatever. They were competing and doing it with Zach Wilson. So I think he thought plug and play, be above average, that team's going to be there. And then I also think, Aaron Rodgers, for whatever you think about him, completely separate from his quarterback play, who I think he's one of the greatest 5 quarterbacks of all time, is a psychotic egomaniac. Like next level ego narcissism shit. And I think New York was a draw to him by being like, ooh, I'm going to have 75 times the amount of press that I had in Green Bay that I can now say cryptic, weird shit to.
It's just crazy. Again, I sadly had watched a fair amount of that Jets game last week, and they're 0-6. I'm just thinking, like, you chose this organization. And again, now let's look at him. And I don't know if he holds up. I agree. Is like, I just looked. He's thrown 14 touchdowns in 6 games. Like he's been very efficient. He's thrown a few picks this year. I think he's thrown 5, but I just don't know why you choose them. And on the Jets, I just don't know who they beat this year. I think it's that bad right now. And I think they win a game or 2.
The Bengals next week. Now that everybody's on the hype train, locked and loaded. We're gonna be 4-4. I love that 4-4 is already penciled in. We're already 4-4.
Well, again, I mean, that's the Jets win. I mean, it could be. I don't know. That's where they get their first W.
If it wasn't 10 days off, I'd love it.
By the way, Zach Taylor is absolutely hated now. Everybody in our section. He is just despised by the entire fan base. He's such a pussy. It was 3rd and 18 because of a hold or something late in the game and 4th quarter, and you're like, they can't stop Jamar Chase. You got the best receiver in the NFL, and he runs a draw. And my thing was like, your defense can't stop Aaron Rodgers. Like, I just, to me, that was such a pussy move. I know they were like in the 20 or something. I just think like your quarterback looks good. Your receiver's having a record-breaking day. I just think like, to me, that's what I call a pussy coaching move. Like, why not try? They're not getting to Flacco. Why not try to get it to your receivers? I don't think it's a question at this point anymore. Like, not that people were debating. I just think Chase is it's not close anymore. The last couple of years, I think Justin Jefferson,
best receiver in the league.
I think Justin Jefferson's nice, and there's some nice guys, but like, he they always say this. He's built like a running back, and he's got the speed. The running back, you can't bring him down. You can't catch him. It's just, and then he makes insane plays. Okay, hypothetical. I'm gonna put this out there. Hypothetical. Let's say the Bengals do go on a run. Let's say Flacco wins 7 of 9 games. Burrow says I'm back mid-December. What do you do?
You hand the ball off to Joe Burrow and you let Joe Flacco put on slippers and you let him put his feet up on the bench and you let him catch head from weird girls who just got there from an Applebee's 2 for $20.
Really?
You get there, you just get the girls who coming in on the Applebee's margaritas and just let them double team Joe Flacco.
I'm saying if they win 7 of 9, so they're 1-1 so far. So let's say they win.
Well, I think you're talking about a completely. It's obviously a hypothetical. Here's furthermore part of the hypothetical, which is if Joe Burrow is doing that, you don't have to rush Joe Burrow back. You know?
Yeah. I'm just always fascinated just throughout history with these QB. Like, again, I'm just playing weird games, and obviously it's more recent bias because he looked great last night and the line looked great, and I don't think they'll hold up. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think any of this is going to happen. I stand by my prediction they finish 7-10, which I said when he joined the team. I said they're going to finish 7-10. But my point is, you look at history, it's kind of interesting what coaches have had to make these decisions coming off an injury if a guy's playing hot. I don't know. But it was definitely a good game to be at, and tickets had dropped big time. So I'm glad I waited till day of. Bengals fans were just trying to get rid of those things.
That's wild.
Yeah, I joined some local Facebook group for tickets, and this chick was like, they just kept begging people to give them. And I'm getting like 50-yard line. We were top section, but 50-yard line, like 10th row. Like they were great seats. They were lit. What's that?
What do those run you?
They were 300 for 2, but they were listed right in our section on StubHub for 600 for 2. And I was following her trends every day. She was like, start at 500, start at 400, start at 300. And people were just trying to nickel and dime her. Somebody offered 200. I'm like, dude, these are still 50. Like, I'm talking 50-yard line. Perfect. But yeah, people were just trying to get rid of them. I don't know, but it was a good game. And again, Yoshi is he's an interesting dude to watch sports with.
Now, was he getting on a plane to Toronto for the Mariners Blue Jays series next? Where is Yoshi? Where in the world is Yoshi next?
He's going to Vegas.
What's the occasion for that? Skankfest.
It's funny you said he just flew in from New York because he just done Jay Okerson and I think it was Sirius XM show.
Bobby Kelly.
Bobby Kelly. He just done their show. Yeah. But Yoshi was actually in Riyadh for the comedy festival.
So classic.
He didn't perform.
He didn't perform?
He didn't perform.
Was he there with Russell Peters?
I'm not sure. I was a little confused on that. But yeah, he had I was like, so what have you been up to? He's like, well, in the last 2 weeks, I've been in DC, I've been in Riyadh, I've been in LA. I don't know, man. I think he's got some shows in Vegas or something. I don't know who's performing there, if he's opening for somebody. And then he's like, I'm off to LA. And I was like, well, cool. He did laundry here. He had like not many clothes because he's dude, Yoshi's so weird. He goes, do you mind if I shower? I was like, yeah, dude, fucking
please.
Do whatever you want.
Please, you came out of a lab, went straight to the site of a porn star's execution, and now you want to play with my daughter. How about I whitewash you in the yard first?
He was like, we were walking into the game yesterday. He's like, Ohio is a very fascinating state. He's like,
So many Applebee's.
He goes, John Holmes was born here. Tracy Lord, and I'm like, this is where you're going. This is where you're going.
Presidents and porn stars. It's the state motto.
So he got out of the bathroom before the game, and I was like, I go, Yoshi, did you use that I put all stuff out there for you, like that clean towel? I was like, how are you dry? He's like, oh, I used my shirt.
He goes, like, cool. What are you gonna do with that now?
He goes, I didn't know if I could use your towel, and I was like, wait, what? You forget how he lives. He was.
Well, you forget his first shower was a wooden bucket with a ladle.
I said the baby is teething. She's got teeth coming in, and she can be a nightmare at night. I said, you can go in the guest bedroom it's across from her room though, and she might be crying in the middle of the night, and like we got it like, or you can go in the basement. I said it's completely quiet, and I literally just got a brand new couch from Costco, like today, like. And he's like, no, I don't want to disturb the baby. I go, no, the baby would disturb you. And he's like, no, I don't want to disturb the baby. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'll go in the basement. And he broke it in. So literally, I have not even been on this brand new sectional. Yoshi slept on it the last 2 nights.
I would have left the old couch there and kept the new couch under. I'd be like, you will be the last person to sleep on this thing. And now it's for the streets. Also, Yoshi, you can take $50 if you can get this thing out of here on Facebook Marketplace.
No, I still got it on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody's, I think, supposed to pick it up today. We'll see. So anyway, yeah, he was checking. Let's move into a little baseball because he was definitely checking nonstop. He's pretty diehard Mariners. The scores.
Yeah, it's great. Mariners have always embraced the Japanese culture. Japanese players, Seattle, big Asian town. Yoshi, kind of like a Seattle resident at some point.
Yeah, well, those were his teams. It seemed
he lived up there for a long time.
He was talking a lot about Mariners and Seahawks and wanting another basketball team.
Yeah, I mean, what a series! That's gonna be a fun series. No home teams want to win a game. I wonder if that will turn around in Game 5 in Toronto. I think it will, but we shall see. And just so much, it feels like every game's 10-2, 11-3, 13-4. It's all these like, I mean, last night I think it was 6 or whatever, 7, whatever the final was. But no home teams want to win, and it's going to make for a great series. It's likely going. I mean, it's obviously going 6 at least. I would not be in any way, shape, or form shocked if it goes 7. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are smacking down the Brewers. So they'll be waiting, and then they'll be waiting on some team that's doing things offensively. And then, you'll probably have a Dodgers excuse of like, oh, then we had to wait and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, I'm a diehard American League fan at this point. I'm in it for the Mariners. I'm in it for the Blue Jays. Whoever wins, I'll take them. I'll be rooting. My rooting interest is hard on them over the Dodgers. But best team in baseball, record-wise, Milwaukee, getting on the verge of getting swept. Meanwhile, these AL teams trading punches with big offensive outputs on the road and lots of home runs being hit.
Well, I'll be honest. I hate how the Dodgers series is going. I just hate it.
What do you mean?
It's just like, because it's not a series.
Yeah.
I read something that said if the Dodgers win this easily, it's just going to be, they're just going to use that as a huge reason to really push the salary cap.
Which is, I'll say it, ludicrous to like the Yankees did it for a fucking decade.
Well, it was also, 30 years ago.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's amazing that this would be the thing that broke their back. They're like, we loved it when.
But I think
the Yankees were ruining baseball.
I think
now that other teams are like, well, I guess this is. I get like it broke people's brains to the point where multiple teams, being the Red Sox for starters, the Cubs, the Dodgers, all these teams were like, listen, unless you're going to sell this team to somebody who's going to not give a fuck about salary and get into a arms race with the Yankees, we're just going to watch this happen for eternity. And then Red Sox, Dodgers, Cubs, Mets, all these teams, Rangers, all these teams up and do it. And then they're like, hey, everybody calm down. I think we might need a salary cap.
I just think, though, in the age of social media, they're feeling the pressure also from the fans.
Yeah, they should have felt pressure from 10-year-old Joe Prano when he was standing outside the Major League Baseball offices on Fifth Avenue with the sign that said, how about a fucking salary cap, you pieces of shit?
And they'll probably use it as a rallying cry to say, hey, the team with the best record, who is small market, even though that was their best record in the regular season, just got their ass handed to them. So the team with the highest payroll when it mattered in the postseason. I don't know. At least that's
the Dodgers are also just, and I said this at the start of the year and throughout the year. You're just a early 2000 Lakers where you're like, what do we care if we win the division, if we don't win the division, if we get a bye, if we don't win the bye? Last couple of years, we're not even sure the bye helped us.
Yeah.
So as long as we're in, and they were from start to finish, even with the Padres, they were like, well, we always have a playoff spot. We've never been essentially for 96% of the season or whatever. They're like, we're in a playoff spot, so who cares?
Yeah. It's just I feel for Milwaukee. I do. Just as like a city, it's like, oh, they'll always. Have they ever played in a World Series?
Yes, but maybe going all the way back to like a
Robin Yount time.
Yeah.
Seattle hasn't, correct?
No.
I mean, look, Toronto, LA definitely has a sexy appeal to it. If that's
as to Seattle, honestly,
yeah,
it's nice, like up and down the West Coast.
That's true. That is true. But I don't know. The Dodgers, just you know how Dodgers fans are. And it's just they're fucking stacked, man. Now that what those first two pitching performances with that lineup like that, yeah, you're not going to lose any games. And this is how out of it I was. I was like, Max, I didn't realize Scherzer was on the.
You didn't even know he was on the Blue Jays?
I didn't even know me and Yoshi were talking about it last night. He said, did you know this? I didn't know this.
I knew they were getting a game out of Scherzer last night too, because his last two starts were bad. And I'm like, oh, they need one. He's gonna go fucking mad dog. Fuck this. Now I gotta really care. You're not taking me out of this fucking game. All right.
So game 5 is at Seattle as well.
Is it? Or they go 2-3-2?
I don't know. They changed this shit up so much.
I know, they change it all the time. I would have thought for sure it was going back. It is. Oh, because it's tonight. What's today?
So it is.
Well, there you go. So that means game 4 Dodgers Brewers tonight in LA. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Interesting.
I hope the Dodgers close it out so that they can sit and wait. They can sit, get a little tight.
Yeah, nobody wants to see the Dodgers win again. Except for
too boring.
And they're fake fans.
And I don't know. I don't even know if that's true. I haven't. It's been too long since I checked in on Shaboring.
Probably a good thing.
Has he become a Padres fan since they had like the trans nuns at the Dodgers game?
Shots fired.
It's like they're not allowing ice to go into the bleachers and just take the fans. So I've once again become a Green Bay fan.
Oh, he was a Packer fan at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
He was a Packer, Celtics, Dodgers.
Was he? No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
Him and Tug need to link up then. Tug's got all those teams. A lot of those teams. Do you want to get to some picks here?
Let's get to some picks because I got to hit the road here up to Tahoe.
I know you got to hit the road. So let's week 7. I think it's the same. I think we went same score last week. I think I'm up by a point, so it's pretty even. Here we are, man. Week 7, and
did we have a good week last week?
I think we were like 7-7. Could be wrong. While I pull up the picks here, guys, you should pull up a case of Miller Lite. That's what you should do if you're listening to this right now. I don't care what time of day. I don't care what time of night. Whenever you listen to this, pull up some Miller Lite because we are in that season. We just talked about baseball. We got football. This is, I was telling Yoshi last night, I was like, this is such great weather. Like, this is the perfect, like, sports weather. It's perfect. Grab a cold Miller Lite type weather. Right? It's just that time of year, especially if you live in the Midwest.
If you're in Milwaukee, lick your wounds for your baseball team with a Miller Lite. You get the freshest Miller Lite out there. I'm not sure if I'd rather fresher Miller Lite or my team to go to the World Series. And thankfully, you guys don't have to choose. You're not going to the World Series, but you do have very fresh Miller Lites. And if I were you, I would turn to those in your time of need. I'm hitting the road to Tahoe today, Andy. 7+ hour drive, doing it by myself this time. And the truly pot of gold at the end of that rainbow is that I know that condo, as it always is, will be full of Miller Lites in the fridge. My boy Ian always loads up the fridge with Miller Lite. And I'm going to bring some in my car just in case I need just in case something goes wrong and he's been too busy. I'll have some when I arrive. But I love that. It's my favorite thing. I walk in after a long 8 hours in the car and I go, gosh, I need nothing like I need a Miller Lite. And I always open that fridge. And I don't know if it's a setting on the fridge or if it's the Miller Lights or if it's just happening in my brain, but it does make the sound, and a glowing gold light from those 50th anniversary cans always hits me. It's always a bit blinding, and I have to reach in, blind, feel around for the tall boys. But it's always there for me, and it's always there for you. No matter what's going on in your life, just know somewhere in a refrigerator, icy cold, waiting for your celebratory hands or your sad hands to come grab it. Miller Lite's there for you.
Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/dirty sports to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Okay, let's pull this bad boy up here. We got NFL Week 7 picks.
Also, 10 people, speaking of Miller Lite, 10 people, including my brother just now, have sent me this Instagram story from Miller Lite about their limited edition Miller Lite gold members only jacket. I would just like to say to our friends at Miller Lite, if you're listening, I'll wear it every day from the day it arrives until I die, if you can make this happen. I'd be like, that 90-year-old man's in a weird, old-looking,
fresh-looking jacket.
Gold members only jacket.
All right, we are still in London. I mean, how long is this going to go on here, man?
Insane.
What are we doing here? This one's a Rams-Jags game. I think the Rams or the Jags, both these teams are always over there. Rams are 3.5. Both teams are 4-2. I'm going to go first. These games are usually kind of crazy to pick. I like the Rams D. Obviously, I like their coach, which means I like their offense. Rams win and cover.
Wow. Rams win and cover. I was hoping to take that pick after you go half-point hook. I'll take the Jags just because it's London.
Saints Bears from Chicago. Bears have reeled off 3 in a row. Saints are 1-5. Bears are 4.5-point favorites.
I will take the Saints to keep it close.
Where are we at in the Bears right now?
What's the argument against?
It's not an argument. It's not saying they're great, not saying they're bad. It's just like an assessment. Like, we're only 5 games in, but like, if they do win this game, 4-2. I'm actually looking at a playoff simulator in the Athletic.
They have the Bears in?
No, so this thing has run 100,000 simulations with everyone's current record, including last night's game. The making predictions. And again, this doesn't, whatever. Take this.
What percentage of the simulations do the Giants make the playoffs?
The New York Giants are listed at a 4% chance to make the playoffs.
Okay. Fuck simulations.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not saying this. It's interesting. They have the Bears finishing at 9-8 through their simulations. So they have the Bears at a 32% chance to make the playoffs. Here's what's interesting about this simulation. They don't have a single team in the NFL winning more than 11 games.
I guess with, some of the last few weeks, I mean, the Bills
Colts
dropping 2 in a row,
yeah.
and the Colts, yeah.
Colts are 5-1, but they still have the Colts at 11-6.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'll be curious. Like, this is kind of an interesting game for me because it's like, if the Bears do win and cover,
which I think they do.
You don't think they cover, though?
I don't. My NBA zigzag theory has now turned into a full-time NFL zigzag theory. Just from week to week, everything's fucking insane right now. And I think everybody's talking about, what do you think about the Bears? The Bears turn around. Is Caleb Williams finally the thing? It's Ben Johnson. All the good, positive energy. And I'm like, yeah, they're going to, how about a scare?
Yeah. Okay. I'll take the Bears.
Okay.
I don't like it, but I'll just take the Bears. Okay. Miami and Cleveland. In Cleveland, we got the Browns, Dolphins. Browns are 2.5-point favorites. Tua has apologized ever since his comments now, as if that matters. He's apologized to his teammates. Okay, 2.5. I don't freaking know, man. It's a good defense. I'll take Miami. They're both 1-5. It's like, what are you doing?
I'm also taking Miami.
Cleveland's bad. Okay, the Patriots and the Titans.
Do we like Miami to win that game?
I kind of do. Even though there's complete turmoil right now with that team.
Yeah.
I kind of do. Patriots, Titans from Tennessee. Does the Titans, do they get a little bump now that Callahan Auto Parts is gone?
Yes. But I don't know what the line is, so I don't know how much of a bump.
6.5.
Not that much of a bump. I think the Patriots still win and cover.
I agree. I got a DM I'm going to read. I'm not going to reveal sources. From a dirtball. One of my best friends is very close. One of my best friends is very close friends with someone who works deep in the Titans organization. And basically, according to him, Vrabel was fired because the owner, who is a woman, didn't like the way he spoke to her. Again, this is just anonymous sources from a dirtball.
I cannot believe. I think it's sexist and misogynistic and disgusting to say that women are too sensitive to be president of the United States. I think it's disgusting and misogynistic to even suggest that a woman would be in a position of extremely high power and make a terrible decision because her feelings were hurt. How dare you guys suggest that? Instead, we have the Tennessee Titans, who fired one of the best coaches in football and hired the Nepo baby of another failed football coach to run their team. Because he was like, "Hi, pretty lady. Would you like me to coach your football team? I think you're a sweet person. And you're definitely not a Karen. Can I get you a pumpkin spice latte?"
Well, this type of person, their owner, what's her name? Amy, don't really care. What is it?
Amy Carenson. Or is it
Amy
Carrie?
Carenson. This is a story that was published 2 days ago. What was behind Titans owner's decision to fire Brian Callen? Amy doesn't like being embarrassed. I mean, this is a real story from Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer. I think this is a lot like the Vrabel situation. It's Amy acting alone and explaining Callahan's firing. One thing that's common with every one of these moves is that she doesn't like being embarrassed. She had a huge, this is hilarious. She apparently had a huge family contingent at that game in Las Vegas and felt utterly embarrassed. Oh, bro. Amy Strunk. She could not look like a bigger Karen. Look at this chick, dude. Let me pull this up. This is the Titans owner, Amy Strunk. She's the most Karen-looking chick ever. God damn it! Why did I do this? Hold on. Let me just save it. This picture that I'm about to show you is actually her pointing at a Starbucks barista saying, "You spelled my last name wrong. It's not skunk, it's strunk." That's what this photo is right here.
Oh my God. Jesus. That's her in the parking lot of the luxury apartment complex she lives in, pointing at a black guy and be like, "Do you even live here? I need to see your unit number." And he's like, "Miss Strunk, I play corner on your football team. That's why I can afford to live here." And she's like, "I don't believe it. What's our coach's name?" He's like, I don't know. It's an interim guy because you got embarrassed and fired the guy whose name I knew. Please don't call the cops."
According to sources from Albert Breer, he said there was a feeling of embarrassment and that potential embarrassment would only get worse 6 days later when Mike Vrabel came to town, which, according to sources, influenced the move. Bro. Unhinged.
Let me ask you something, Andy. I'm almost about to say lock bet. Like, I'm thinking lock bet
I agree now.
Vrabel revenge game.
I agree. I'm on board.
I'm almost like, do I bet this up to 17? I'm gonna look at the alternate lines and see where the value is to bet this up. This is my pick of the week. Look at some of your alternate lines and bet it up. Mike Vrabel is going to shove it up their ass.
I agree.
Also, how come she's not embarrassed about not having lips? Why is she so focused on her coaches? I'd like to see the Venn diagram of just like evil women and women that were born without lips. Women that were just born with the sliver lips.
What's her background? Oh my God, she's so American businesswoman. But it's passed down. She is the daughter of.
I thought she was the self-made billionaire woman. I thought she invented Spanx.
I figured the daughter of late owner Bud Adams.
Yeah. Which hilariously means her maiden name was Amy Adams. Imagine being known as the gross Amy Adams.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm looking at more and more things. It sounds like I'm gonna confirm this dirtball story because everything I'm looking at says she's unhinged. And I agree with Prano. I'm going to take the Patriots to win and cover. Revenge game, a homecoming in Nashville for Vrabel. He's going to stick it to him. All right, Raiders, Chiefs. 12.5. Big line. Biggest line of the week.
Is it in?
It's in Kansas City. I'll just be honest. I want to take the Raiders. I want to. Just saying, we all know the Raiders play them pretty tough usually.
Yeah.
I want to. I also hate the fucking Raiders this year. You've said you won't pick them again.
So you know that going into this selection.
I know that going into this selection. I'm not picking. I just can't. The same way. Like I hesitated for a second, and I just can't. Sorry. I know it's a lot, and I'm sure you're going to pick them now. I can't.
No, I'm not. Honestly, if I would feel way more comfortable picking the Raiders if it was 8.5, and I don't mean because obviously I'm getting like 4 more points, but I'd be like, oh yeah, I could see this being a close game. The fact that Vegas has it at 12.5 makes me think like, nah. That feels like and obviously it's the entire point of making a betting line, but that feels like it's a line to lure people into betting the Raiders.
Yeah. I agree. So we're gonna both go with the Chiefs on that. Okay. Eagles, Vikings. Let's get through these. Eagles, Vikings.
Carson Wentz revenge game
at home. 2.5 point.
At home for who?
Vikings.
Okay.
2.5 point Eagles faves.
I don't see the Eagles losing 3 in a row.
Yeah, I don't either.
I would love it if it happened. A Carson Wentz revenge game would give me a rock hard boner, but I don't see it happening, so I'm going to take the Eagles.
Same pick again. I'm going to take the Eagles. Okay, Panthers, Jets. Is this the week the Jets win? The Panthers somehow have 3 wins. The Jets are 0-6. It's at MetLife. 1.5 point Carolina favorites.
Road favorite, huh?
I'm taking the Jets. They win this week. This is their win. I said, when are they going to win? They're going to win this week.
All right, I'll take Carolina.
Giants, Broncos. That has the potential to be a fun little game, I think. Denver's a 7.5 point favorite at home against the Giants.
I agree with you. I don't have a ton of confidence in the Giants winning this game, but I agree with you. Has the potential to be a fun little game. So 7.5 seems big.
I agree. So we're both going to take Giants here. That'd be a fun one. This next one's also a fun little game in LA. Chargers Colts. Chargers are 1.5-point favorites.
Colts, Chargers 1.5-point favorites. Okay.
Do the Colts start 6-1? You gotta go back to Peyton Manning era to see last time they started 6-1.
Yeah, you got Peyton Manning era to see them the last time they started 5-1.
It's true. I don't know what to make of the Chargers, man. I think they started the first two games looked nice, and I think they haven't impressed me since. Who's up first? Me?
You are.
Bro, I'm gonna take the Colts to win and cover. The Colts are gonna start 6-1.
I am gonna take the Chargers to win and cover. This is can I just tell you something, because I really wanted to give folks a good pick here. But if you bet the New England Patriots up to 16.5, you only get plus 280. I mean, it's still better than not, but that seems wildly low to me, because Vegas knows they're going to kick the shit out of them.
Interesting. All right, Commanders Cowboys. This one's in Dallas. Dallas is a 1.5 favorite.
I've never been more sure
confident.
that the Cowboys are frauds. I'll take the Commanders money line.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer. Same. Commanders win. Straight up. Packers Cardinals from Arizona. 2-4 now for the Cardinals. Like, they have to win this game. You don't fall 2-5.
They have to win this game to what?
I don't know. To have a shot at making the playoffs. Green Bay's a 6.5-point favorite.
I don't think that the Cardinals win this game, but I do think they keep it close. I'm going to take the Cardinals plus 6.5.
Yeah. I agree. Same. Falcons Niners. Sunday Night Football. It's in San Francisco, and they are 2.5-point favorites.
That's a tough one.
This is a tough one. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for the Niners at this point.
Mac Jones?
Is he still playing? Gary Kittle will be back.
I'm going to go with the Niners.
George Kittle. Did I say Gary Kittle?
Yeah, it's all right. Gary Kittle. Not even Gary Kittles. You went singular, Gary Kittle.
Unbelievable. Crossover sports, crossover races. I mean,
crossover, cross generation. Gary Kittle. You may as well have said George Wendt.
Hey, I didn't even say the right name. Gary Kittle? That's unbelievable.
1997 Villanova grad, Gary Kittle. Gary Kittle's been out of the NBA since before George Kittle was born.
I know. I haven't had that much sleep the last few nights, but okay. Not making excuses, but yeah, it's pathetic. George Kittle will be back.
Anyway, do we know if Brock Lesnar is back to playing quarterback for the Niners or not?
We do not. I'm looking. Let me pull up the old injury report. Who's playing here, guys?
Brock Turner?
He was limited to practice yesterday. He's questionable. Am I up or you up?
I already picked the Niners.
Oh, sorry. I'll take the.
I hate that pick, by the way. So
yeah, I don't like either of these picks.
Everybody's very high on the Falcons after that game.
I know, which is scary. I'll take the Falcons though. We got a doubleheader again on Monday night. I don't know why. Because one of these games is going to be good. The first game, Bucks, Lions, should be the whole shebang. Why are we doing 2 of these? And this first spread is insane to me. Explain this to me. The Bucks are 5.5-point underdogs.
In Detroit?
Yeah. Insane. Great. Bucks.
Oh.
We're both taking the Bucks. That's insane to me. Our MVP candidate, Baker Mayfield, how dare they? Okay, Texans, Seahawks, the other part of the doubleheader. Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites at home.
Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites at home in Seattle over the Texans?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take the Texans just to cover.
Same. Agreed. All right, I know you got to get out of here, right?
Yeah, that'd be great if you don't mind.
No, let's do it.
Are you gonna wrap up, or we're gonna sign off here?
You can sign off, and then I'll like. I don't have too much.
Well, thank you guys for coming out and supporting. A couple dirtballs came to the show in Hermosa last night. Lake Tahoe tomorrow, Boys and Girls Club show at the Barrel Room. Next week, Airliner Bar on Wednesday the 22nd. Ojai, California for a California Coastal Horse Rescue show on the 23rd. Doing lots of charity. Hopefully you guys can come out and support the charities. Follow me on all socials at Joe Prano. And thanks for doing some heavy lifting here at the end, Andy.
I'm going to wrap it up. I changed my mind.
What's that? Okay, you're going to wrap it up.
Okay. I was like, I think I'm exhausted too.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay dirty.